Hello there, this has been Forney, our benevolent Cytocorum, going to do Homeworld. I had to get a couple things fixed with OpenGL, and I changed the resolution so it would match with the screen recorder too, so I don't have to manually adjust everything in the video editor. So, going to do the training missions.
Welcome to the Homeworld training mission. Here we will teach you all the basic controls needed to play Homeworld. Let's begin. Left-click on the Next button to proceed. Lesson 1. Using the camera. To rotate the camera, hold the right mouse button and drag the mouse. Click Next to continue. To advance to the next lesson, rotate the camera 180 degrees. Next, rotate the camera upward to view the mother. Now view the... To zoom in or out, hold. Excellent. From this position, we get a good close-up view of the action. Practice rotating and zooming the camera. When you're ready to move on, click the Next button. Lesson 2. Building ships. Click Next to most of home. There it is. Normally, the taskbar would disappear when you move your cursor away from it, but let's keep it up. Welcome to the Build Manager. Here you can build new ships for the fleet. Click Next to continue. This is your RU count. It displays. This is the ship list. It displays the ships available for building, their cost, and the number of ships in each build queue. Click Next to continue. Let's build some left-click again. Left. Notice the progress bar. This indicates how much of the ship has been built. Click Next to continue. Now add a research ship to the build queue. Left-click twice on the research ship. Then left-click on the build button. Now add 10 scouts to the build queue. Good. Now left-click on... Take a close look at the progress bar. The darker top bar shows the progress of the ship currently being built. Click Next to continue. And the lighter bottom bar shows the progress of the entire batch. Click Next. To exit the Build Manager, Lesson 3, Selecting and Focusing. Click Next to begin. Resource collector complete.
It's a giant space turd. Run!
Select the mothership by left-clicking on it. Deselect it by left-clicking on any empty space. Hold down the left mouse button and drag a selection box around the mothership. Research ship complete. At the top right of the screen is the info overlay. It displays all the selected ships. To proceed, zoom the camera all the way out. Notice how the info overlay lists all the selected ships. Click on the resource collector in the list to select it. Now the resource collector is selected. Click Next to continue. Homeworld's camera always rotates around a ship or group. Good. Rotate the camera. Zoom it in and out. Notice the camera is centered around the resource collector. Click Next to continue. Click the middle mouse button again, or press the F key again. Zoom the camera out again to continue. You have a line of scouts.
I'm ready for orders.
Click the middle mouse button or press the F key. Group 1 designated. Group 2 designated. Group 1 assigned. Resource stocks empty. Now the camera is focused on all your scouts. Click the middle mouse button or press the F key again. Group 1 designated.
It won't let me... Oh well.
Now we're zoomed in on the scouts. Move the camera around to take a look at them. Click the Next button to continue. Take some time to practice selecting and focusing. When the action heats up, it's important to be comfortable with these controls. When you're ready to move on, click the Next button. Group 1 reassigned. Mothership.
What?
Group 1 copies. Standing by.
Group 2 assigned.
Reporting.
Group 3 designated.
Okay.
Acquisition enabled. Group 1 receiving. Group 2 copies.
Select the resource collector, focus on it, and zoom in. This is the ship's health bar. It indicates the ship is selected. If the ship gets damaged, the green bar will shrink and change color. Click Next to continue. When selected, a ship's functions are accessible through its right-click menu. Right-click on the resource collector to bring up this menu. Begin harvesting by left-click.
Collection underway.
The resource collector will now find. To move on to the next lesson, select and focus on the research ship. Lesson 4, Researching Technology. This is a research ship. The more you have of these, the faster you can research. To access the Research Manager, this button. Welcome to the Research Manager. Here you can research technology which will make new ship types available for construction. This window is the Technology List window. Here you select the technologies to research. The green dot indicates that capital ship drive left. Notice that the technology has a progress bar. This indicates how much research has been done. Lesson 5, Moving Ships. Click Next to begin. Now it's time to move your 10
Group 1 reporting.
Focus. Now rotate the camera. Lastly, zoom. This gives us a nice view for moving the ships. Right? Select the Move option from. This is the movement disk. Left-click anywhere on the screen to move the.
Understood.
Moving ships is very important, so let's try it again. Click Next to continue. As a shortcut, bring up the movement disk by pressing the M key. This time, rotate and zoom the camera before issuing the Move command. Now let's try some 3D movement. Bring up the movement disk again. Hold the Shift key and drag.
Coordinates
Nice work.
confirmed.
Take some time to practice horizontal and vertical movement. When you feel. Lesson 6. The Sensors Welcome to the Sensors Manager. From here you can get an overview of your surroundings and move your ships long distances. Notice that you can still rotate and zoom the camera. This is your mothership. The green points represent your ships. The red points represent enemy ships. The large brown points represent harvestable resources. The small brown points represent space dust that cannot be collected.
But which you would probably want a really high wattage laser to
Left-click
turn
on
into
any of your
plasma
ships
and
to exit the Sensors Manager and move the camera to that position.
magnetic field to deflect it away from the ship while you're traveling. At least if you're traveling at relativistic velocities rather than slipping through space with a warp bubble or whatever. Left click on any of your ships to go
In this
crazy.
way, you can cover large distances quickly. Use the taskbar or press. Selected ships are displayed as flashing points in the Sensors Manager. Click Next to continue. The Sensors Manager allows you to move ships in the same way you do normally. Press M to bring up the movement disk and set a destination. Capital Ship Chassis Research complete.
Destination confirmed.
Focusing also works normally in the Sensors Manager. press F or click the middle mouse. You've learned a lot. Lesson 7. Right-click on
Delta locked in.
Now the
Extra
fighters are in the
crunchy.
Delta formation. Use the right-click menu again to assign broad formation.
Broad locked in.
Good. Next try Formation X.
X formation confirmed.
Formations can also be assigned using the Tab key. Press Tab to
Claw formation confirmed.
Partial
notice that
enveloping.
Tab will cycle to the next
focus.
formation. Press Tab again to see how.
Wall formation confirmed.
This is the wall. Press
You
Tab
probably
for
want
sphere
to-
formation.
Divisible by number thing there.
Sphere formation confirmed.
Which that would only
Take
make
some
sense
time
if
to
they
familiarize
automatically
yourself
puts
with
your
the
weakest
formations.
units in the middle.
When you're ready to continue,
it probably
put the
doesn't
scouts
do that
into claw
automatically.
formation and left-click on the next button.
Claw locked in.
And here's where it had crashed last time before I had gotten the compatibility thing for OpenGL.
To begin the Lesson 8, Combat. Click Next to begin. Rotate the camera so you can see the enemy ships. Left-click on one.
Target acquired.
Let's see if it'll extra crispify it without crashing my computer this time. That would be nice. Please.
To attack them all at once, hold down Control and drag the selection box around the enemy ships.
Target confirmed. Engaging.
Make them extra crispy. Oh, please don't crash. Yep, here we crashed. So it's still broken. Lovely. I guess I'll reduce resolution and see if it'll work better that way. And hello again. Going to see if this will run. Just going to try from the combat lesson.
Lesson 8, Combat. Click Next to begin.
This is where
Rotate
it
the
crashed
camera
last
so you
time.
can see the enemy ships. Left-click on one of them to attack it.
Locked on target.
This is... Nope. Just as bad as last time. We're saving it. Oh well. So I can't play Homeworld on my stupid computer. Would be nice to have one that actually works. So take care everyone and try not to go crazy.